Hey everyone, listen up. Whether you're a school kid, a big company boss, or even your grandma on her tablet, this video is for you. Why? Because understanding URLs is like learning the internet's language. It's the secret code that gets you to all those cool websites, like the one you're watching right now. Don't worry, URLs are way easier than they sound. By the end of this video, you'll be a whiz at navigating the web faster, smoother, and safer. So let's say you type www.google.com into the search bar. That's awesome, but how does your computer know what to do with it? It's like magic, right? Well, not quite. This video will break the magic down and show you exactly what happens behind the scenes. The acronym URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. In essence, a URL functions as the address of a specific resource on the internet. It serves as one of the fundamental mechanisms employed by web browsers to retrieve published content encompassing HTML pages, CSS documents, images, and other such elements. Before we dive deeper, a URL isn't just one big thing. It's actually made up of different pieces, kind of like a puzzle. We'll break down the most important ones in a sec. Scheme, domain name, port, path, parameters, and anchor. URLs are like fancy internet directions. Imagine you're sending a pizza delivery. The first part, like http://UO, tells the delivery app which service to use, like choosing a scooter or a car. Then the website name is like the town where the pizza place is. The slash, and everything after it are like finding the exact building, with folders telling the app where to look, maybe food, then pizza. Parameters, little question marks with stuff after them, are like apartment numbers, giving even more details like extra cheese. And finally, anchors, hashtags at the end, would be like delivering the pizza to a specific person's door on the third floor, but most websites don't use those. We'll break down each part of a URL in detail next. Scheme, the protocol. A scheme or protocol is the method by which data is sent from one computer to another on the internet. Okay, it seems kind of vague, but fair enough. Try thinking about it like this. If URLs are a language, then http:// means we're going to be communicating in English. https:// has become the standard for today's websites. This simply means that the information being sent over the server, your information, is encrypted and secure. Anytime you are entering sensitive information, credit card, social security, etc., on any website, ensure it's HTTPS by simply looking for this icon in the search bar. This is key for your safety. If a website requesting your credit card isn't HTTPS, I strongly recommend backing away and making your purchase in a different location. Authority. All right, after the secret code, HTTP:// or HTTPS:// comes the address of the website itself. This is like the building you're trying to find online. We call it the authority. There are two main parts to this address. One, the domain name. This is the easy-to-remember name you type in, like www.example.com. Think of it as the building's name. Two, the port, optional. This is a number that tells your computer which door to knock on at the building. Most websites use the standard ports, like 80 for HTTP and 443 for HTTPS, so you usually won't see it. But if it's there, it's like an apartment number within the building. So the authority points your computer to the exact location of the website you're trying to visit. Path to resource. All right, let's break down this part of the URL. See the bit after the website name, like path to myfile.tml? That's called the path. Imagine it as directions to find your friend's house on a big street. Back in the olden days of the internet, this path would literally tell your computer the exact location of the file on the server, like a specific folder. But here's the twist. Nowadays, things are a bit more flexible. The path is more like a clue for the website server. It tells the server what you're looking for, and the server figures out the best way to get it to you. So while it might not be a physical location anymore, it still helps you find the right stuff online. Parameters. Website parameters. So we've talked about the main parts of a URL, but sometimes there's extra info tacked on at the end. Imagine ordering a pizza online. You pick your crust, thin or thick, that's the key, then your toppings, Those are the values. A URL parameter is kind of like that extra info. Let's say you visit a website with a search bar. You type in cat videos and hit enter. The website address might have a bit added to the end that looks something like TQ cat plus videos. The question mark is like the start of the order. Q is like saying you're searching for something, the key, and cat videos is what you're searching for, the value. Websites use these parameters in all sorts of ways, but that's the basic idea. Just remember, every website has its own rules for how it handles these extras. If you're ever curious about how a specific website uses parameters, your best bet is to check their help section or contact them directly. Anchors. Ever jump to a specific part of a YouTube video? That's thanks to anchors. Imagine a long web page or a lengthy video. An anchor hash acts like a bookmark within that content. You can link to a specific spot, like a section heading on a web page or a particular moment in a video. When you click that link, your browser knows exactly where to jump to, just like how a bookmark takes you to a specific page in a book. These anchors are super helpful for navigating long content without having to scroll through everything. And the coolest part? The information after the hash symbol, called a fragment identifier, is never sent to the website itself. It's just a secret instruction for your browser to find the right spot. Pretty neat, huh? All right, everyone, that's how URLs work in a nutshell. But here's the fun part. Let's get hands-on. Take a website you visit all the time, pause this video, and try tinkering with the URL. Maybe remove a part and see what happens. Maybe add something new. Where do you end up? Why do you think that is? Experiment and see what you can learn. Remember, the best way to learn is by doing. So grab your favorite website and become a URL detective. We'll be right back with another.